Bumaba ang gross domestic product ng bansa noong third quarter sa 6.1%, mas mababa sa revised GDP noong second quarter na 6.2% at revised GDP sa third quarter ng 2017 na 7%. Ang isa sa mga dahilan ay ang hindi paglago ng sektor ng agrikultura. Kaugnay nito, makakausap natin, for the record, si Agriculture Secretary Manny Piñol. Magandang umaga po sa inyo, Secretary.
Magandang umaga, Kara, Howie.
Okay, sir, matapos pong ituro bilang inflation driver, ngayon sinasabi namang yung agriculture sector daw ang medyo hindi masyadong maganda yung performance, nakapagpababa raw sa GDP rate ngayong third quarter. Ano pong paliwanag dito, Secretary?
Well, people will have to understand the seasonality of agriculture.
Opo.
And its vulnerability to climate change, to tropical disturbances. Ang agriculture kasi hindi pareho ng car manufacturing. Na kapag meron kang so many number of tires, so many tons of steel, so many lights, you can project how many cars you will produce in 1 year.
Opo.
You have to understand that there are factors that have to be considered in agriculture, like
Weather.
Weather. And while we make projections, ang maapektuhan talaga, like for example this year, we were projecting that we would have a historic harvest of 19.4 million metric tons. That would be higher than last year's 19.28 million metric tons, which was already historic. Pero after four habagat, after Ompong, and now recently Rosita, we found our projections reduced by about 800,000 metric tons. Is there anything we can do about that? No, that's part of the realities of agriculture. And for those who are saying that a reduction in the production of agriculture is non-performance, we'll have to, again, review their understanding of agriculture.
Opo.
Agriculture is, as I've said, subject to climate. At yung mga nagsasabi na agriculture is dying, matagal ko na narinig yan eh. Ang aking kasing pananaw dyan, for as long as people are eating, agriculture will not be dying.
Okay, pero may iba syempre, Secretary, na nagsasabi, kaya nga po merong mga projections yung ating mga weather experts at medyo nakikita naman natin kung anong mga panahon nagkakaroon ng maraming bagyo, yung ganyan. Hindi po ba ito na-factor in ng Agriculture Department?
It's being factored in,
Okay.
but it's not as quick as if the weather station will say there's gonna be a typhoon next month. Are you telling me that we can shift or transfer our rice crops and corn crops to another region? That's not possible. But we are making adjustments. Like say, for example, on Saturday, I directed the technical group of the Department of Agriculture
Opo.
to sit down with the local government units, sit down with National Irrigation Administration, because now we are seeing a pattern in the typhoons hitting the country, northern part especially. Before, the typhoons would come October, November. That's why dati ang harvest season was October.
Opo.
Kasi yan yung umpisa ng bagyo. Now that we're seeing
Nagbago
a
na po.
pattern,
Opo.
September na, so we are moving back our planting schedule. This is the best that we can do.
Opo.
Move back our planting schedule by 1 month. So that the harvest season would end by the second week of September.
Okay.
And in addition to that, I have directed the regional directors of regions who are not that affected by typhoons, like northern Mindanao, Zamboanga Peninsula, ARMM, Caraga, Central Mindanao, Davao Region, and the other provinces of Negros Occidental, Negros Oriental, Samar, Mindoro, Palawan.
Okay.
I asked the directors to locate additional areas for development into rice farms so that we can compensate for whatever losses we will suffer in the northern Luzon area.
Okay, speaking of yung rice farming industry po natin, kumusta naman po yung pagpapatupad sa suggested retail price, SRP, at rice labels? May mga nahuli na po ba kayo na hindi sumusunod? Last week, nung nag-interview po kami, may ilang mga tindera, sabi nila hindi daw nila masunod pa kaagad yung SRP kasi mahal pa yung bili nila doon sa bigas.
Napag-usapan na yan, in fact, as early as September, napag-usapan na yan na pagbibigyan sila ng last week of October sapagkat alam ko, naintindihan ko na yung iba ay nakabili ng mahal na palay.
Opo.
But that was 2 months ago. And we all agreed that we will implement the SRP by the end of October. And that is not a unilateral decision on the part of the Department of Agriculture or the National Food Authority. It was a decision made after a consensus with the stakeholders, farmers, traders, millers, retailers, at saka yung nasa mga palengke. No? So, hindi na sila pwede magsabi na hindi pa na pwede ipatupad because we will not crack the whip. In fact, ang aking mandato ngayon sa mga taga-NFA, any provincial manager who will not be able to implement the SRP in his locality will be released.
Okay. Secretary, on another matter, hinanap daw po kayo ni Pangulong Duterte doon sa briefing noon kaugnay sa epekto ng bagyong Rosita. May mga nagsasabi, tumaas daw yung boses ng Pangulo at sinabi pa nga niya, so sige man siya, yabang na marami siyang pera, now is the time for him to spend all of it.
You know, this was an exaggeration. I talked to everybody who attended that conference. And there was never any semblance of the president getting angry because there was nothing ordinary in my absence in that briefing. In the past, when the secretary of any department could not attend briefings like that, we usually designate our directors or our undersecretaries. And I talked to everybody who attended that meeting. Nagulat na sila bakit ganun ang anggulo ng Philippine Star no, na napalit sa presidente. I met with the president when we had a cabinet meeting. He never mentioned anything about it. In fact, I talked to him. No? And, yung ganyang mga reports actually, pinagkikibit-balikat ko na lang yan sapagkat yung mga ganyang reports are actually, can you imagine a national newspaper bannering a story? I'm a former newsman, by the way, Cara, you know that. Bannering a story na hinanap lang ng presidente yung isang sekretaryo, banner story. That will never pass me as an editor. And yung mga ganyang mga anggulo, nilalaro lang nila ako eh.
So you were never scolded by the president?
Never.
Never.
Never. He would have confronted me during the cabinet meeting had he done that.
Okay. At least po mas klaro na po ngayon. Maraming salamat po sa inyong panahon, Agriculture Secretary Manny Piñol.
Thank you.